I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts, and today I wanted to try my hand at coffee dyeing the 12 by 12 cardstock that I have too much of, or I will never use. These colors are just not working for me on anything. I thought, well, I'll put them to good use and coffee dye them and make some little ephemeras out of them. So this is what I did to get this. If you can see it, you can see the coffee rings from the bottom of the coffee cup. And first I sprayed it. Let me show you what I did. This is all I had, and I like the crystals better, the instant coffee crystals. And I didn't need very much. And at the time that I ordered this, they were out of the little jars. So this is what they substituted. There's 7 in a box, and they're just like the little flavor packets I'm sure people are all familiar with, but it's for instant coffee. I'm sure any brand would work. This just happens to be the brand that they substituted my order for. And a 3 ounce, you can see that, it's the let me try it again. It's 3 ounces, what you can take on an airplane. Just a little spray bottle. And I filled it with hot water almost to the top, really hot water. And I just opened up one of these little packets of instant coffee crystals and just shook it up until it was all dissolved. It was nice and dark. But that's what I used, just one of these little packets, 3 ounces of hot water in a spray bottle. Then what I did, after I sprayed the entire page, 12 by 12, then I opened this up and put some of my coffee in there. And all I did was dipped my coffee cup, the bottom of it, and that's how I got the rings. I just kept doing that over and over, just as many as I could fit on there. And then all the drippings are just where I just splattered it everywhere, because you can't be really nice and neat when it's coffee. But that's how I got that. I wanted some, I was looking at getting some stamps with the coffee ring. And I thought, well, I'll just try this before I go buy a stamp, spend that money. And if I like this, then this is quick and easy. And I could do it with leftover coffee too. But that's how I did that. I think it turned out well. It didn't take very long to dry, but I really like it. It's not as dark as I would like. I know tea is darker, but that's just what I had, and that's what I went with. And I also used the remainder of it and just sprayed some book pages, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 3 more that I did something else with. So I got 8 book pages, and this whole thing, 12 by 12, out of little 3 ounces of coffee. And I didn't really throw away much at all, because I sprayed these and I poured everything that was left over on them. So that's nice. Use it all, and this is what I got. And I've already marked them because 3 by 3 is the size that's going to work for me for this project. And I can't decide if I want to cut them with the pinking shears or if I just want to do straight line. Not sure, so can't decide. But I went ahead and marked them. Pardon me. And think that the first cut will be this way, because that way I can see where to cut it in the center of the other ones. Should I do straight or should I do pinking shears? Oh, decisions. I think I'm going to do the regular, and if I want to go back, I can go back and cut with the pinking shears. I think that's what I'm going to do. Those will be roughly 3 by 3s. I was going for 4 inches, and 3 by 3 just goes evenly into because I'm trying to use up my scraps. I'm not trying to make any more scraps out of this project. So I already made a little spot there. I love the way paper sounds once it has been had something spilled on it, or coffee dyed, tea dyed, anything that you, paper that you added water to. I just love that crinkle sound. I just love it. I know, crazy crinkle sound, but I love it. So I should come out with 16 of these. I'm sure you could cut them with a cutter and all those things, sorts of things, but this is just what's handy right here. So that's what I used. Let me put these out of the way since they're so big and take up so much room. There we go. That side I want the pinking shears in a bit, and I'll just get them back out. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and lay it back out the way it was. I think you can see it. I think I got a little bit of a ring on everything, but for the most part, I'll be covered up. But that was just a fun project. Way to use up here. Get the most use out of your 12 by 12s. I think that's about all that will fit on there, so you can see it. These up. And I started my project last night, and I had ran out of my favorite glue, the Tombow Aqua. So I had to go to and use my Tombow Multi XL liquid glue with the green cap. And I don't like using this one if I'm going to do a project right now, because when it dries and it dries out of bounds of what you want glued, it's still tacky. And then you have to take your eraser and erase that off. I don't like that. I do like it. It does hold really well. If you're going to do like I did, I had a whole bunch of these left over from our project and thought, well, I'll use them up. What I did was go ahead and put a little dab of glue on the back of each one, and it goes down white, but it dries clear. And if you get it in the borders, then it's stuck. It's not going to go anywhere. So I glued them all, and by the time I got to the end one to glue, then the first one was ready to be turned over, and just put them on wax paper. And you don't have to use them right away. That's what I did last night. I didn't know if my glue would be here by today, so I went ahead and glued my little leaves down, and I glued my little bits that I cut out of a bunch of scraps. And I also did Post-it notes. Just ripped some lines off of it was a freebie from something I bought. So Post-it note, I just ripped them in half, ripped off both sides. And these are exactly a 3 by 3, so that's the whole purpose of me cutting these before I actually laid out everything on them, because I didn't want to cut these pieces any smaller because they are 3 inches. So yeah, did that. Do something a little bit ahead while I was waiting on my glue. I had some, but I didn't have enough to do the whole project, so I didn't want to have to. Yeah, that's what I did. So I have a bunch of little pieces here that I just ran through my die cut machine, scraps, butterflies, kitty cats on that one. Then I also have some, I'm just trying this out to see what that would look like if I cut those in half. So I have so many of these, tons and tons of these. 2, 3 boxes, and there's 100 in a box, so I have plenty of these. And they're cute, and they'll go with my fairy journal I'm making, and they'll also go, and some of them have like the berries. Those would go in my recipe journal. And then also any of the flowers, that would go in my garden journal. So any of these would work for that. I have some of those. Then I wanted to make some labels, is really what I was going for the whole project. So I found these in my stash. They're little tickets, but to me, they look like little labels. So I can just make all of these and just put this little label on the top, and later come back, and if I want to put like fairyland words for the fairy one, and recipes for the cookbook and so forth for the garden, you get that one. Then I have a few little things, just little scrappies that I use up a project, and then I still have some things. So I just stuck those over here. We might be using those, but for the most part, oh, I forgot about it. I have some book pages. These little, this is a cutout, actually a label. I'm not sure if you can see that it's all scrolly. Let me pick this up for you. Little scroll. Oh, this might be easier to see. There we go. The little scroll cutout there. And for these, I didn't like, it was just so plain. Yeah, it's plain. So I took my vintage, no I didn't. I took walnut stain. I tell you the wrong things. Took walnut stain and just stamped a whole bunch of times on there on the keys, and then just darken the edges, age the edges up a little bit. I think that's cute. And I did the same thing with the little leaves. I stamped on them. Let's show you real quick. On my leaves, I just laid 4 of them close together. And this is just floral, just a big floral. So a way to do this, to stamp a whole bunch at the same time, because they look really blah when they're not stamped to me, unless you want that look. But just inked it up and just stamped on top of 4 of them at a time. So then those 16 just took me 4 stamps, 4 stampings. And they turned out cute. Look like they have some, not texture, I guess texture, but they have some print on them. Much better than just the green by itself. So let me get started here. I got all my stuff laid out. I'll move this over here. I don't know if I use that or not. But what I had in mind, because I like lines, I'll go through the first part here pretty quickly because it's pretty basic. I went ahead, see, I glued the back. Now it's nice and tacky, but I left this side open because I know it's going to hang off the edge. Make sure I don't have, see, that edge is hanging off, so that's cute. Go ahead and stick these on here real quick. And they will stay. That Tombow Mono, which one is it? This one, with the green lid, the multi-purpose. If you let it dry and then you stick it on something, it stays really well. But for me, it just doesn't work the other way. It's kind of sticky. Let's move it in a bit. There we go. That's why I left these to 3x3. Do this really quickly here. I don't want to bore you to death with this. I'm going to go ahead and stack them on top of each other because this is taking too long having them spread all out like that for me. And there went one. Be right back. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to sit down now. I'm going to push my chair up here so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Goes a lot faster to me. Already have it glued. Make sure I have you in so you can see what I'm doing. This isn't really rocket science, but if you're trying to see, you're trying to see. And I'll keep those pieces of wax paper. I use them over and over and over again when I do this. I know it's a crinkle crinkle sound, but I do like that sound. I'm gonna go this way. That is not going to work. How far over is that? And once it's dry, you can just peel it off, just like you can peel off that sticky glue whenever you buy a label. Hold on. I got it off. And I realize this takes time and I could edit through it, but I am doing all of this to document for myself so I can go back and look and see what I did and how I did it. So it's not necessary for me to edit things out. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. But to me, this is much faster having it already glued. You can just peel it off and stick it down. Rather than waiting on the glue to dry. Kind of goes all the way over there, so that's going to be showing a bit. But that's how it is. No big deal. Last one. It's a bit sticky. Scooch it over here. There we go. That one's done. Yay. Go ahead and put, let's see, how do we want to do it? Do we want this piece first? Then one of these? How do we want to do it? Or do we want this piece down and this on top? Nope, 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 we want this down first. Definitely, definitely, okay. And this is really, really super thin, so let me get my glue stick. Glue stick. Glue stick. Well, there it is. Found it. Glue stick. I like the Scotch Permanent Glue Stick 3M. It just works for me. And let's see. I just go around the edges, a little bit in the middle, Let's see, how did we want this? Kind of over there. Just kind of little, maybe. Where'd they go? Here they are. Get some of these glued down real quick like. And that's a really thin paper, so a glue stick will work. Not all book paper is, book pages are not this thin, but these are. I just go around the edges and then to the middle. Roughly in the middle there. Just roughly. Doesn't have to be perfect. These are so thin that I can't do the glue it on and stick it on a wax sheet of paper method because they will tear to shreds. That's how thin they are. There, do we have 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I am going to put those aside and we're going to go ahead and proceed with this part. So I'm going to go ahead, get these out, and they are glued, so they can only go to that edge because they do have glue on them. Just kind of roughly get one of each color. And I did already darken the edges. There went my butterflies. They all just flew away. That was funny. Oh man. Good times, good times. Let me make sure this is in frame so you can see what I am doing. There we go. Moment here. Pick these up. Might use them. And the butterflies flew, trying to fly over there. They're trying to fly out of the fireplace, it looked like. Okay, there's some butterflies. Those there. And got my leaves. That's pretty. So, how do we want to do this? I know we want label on each one. It's kind of a gray color. Let's see. There's a lighter color. How about we put the darker color on the lighter color? How about that? I think that would look good on there. Not too crazy about that one. Looks too gray for what I'm doing. It's kind of a yellowish color. That might be pretty on the blue. And that's another gray one. You can see any gray ones in there. Lighter color. No. This one. There we go. That looks good. Let's put those back in there. Those are cute. You can just leave it at that. Just hang on to it until you needed something. But I am going to proceed here. These are in the way. Let's put them over there. There we go. that'll work. Let's make sure. Yes, we can see what we're doing. Awesome. So I'm just gonna build this up a little bit here. What else did I have? What else? Don't want to stick those down yet. And I have the green little branch to go on that side. How is this going to look? If I do the sticker kind of there, kind of put the label there. Let's see. So I have that. It says memory. You can do the word. Nope, don't like the word right there. Those little things. Let's see what else we have here. Little words. These are just little art store thingy. That's cute. A little palette. Then I have some tickets in here. Where's the tickets? Ticket. Oh, there's some butterflies. Those are pretty. Well, a lot of it's pretty. A lot of it's very pretty. I like it all. Let's see what we have in here. There's a peach butterfly. There's blue. Ooh, that might look pretty on this one. And we have a Kit Kat in here. Oops. Come back, kitty cat. Yeah, the kitty cat is kind of dark, isn't it? Yeah, I may not be using the kitty cat. I like that one on there, though. I like that one on there a lot. That's cute. Let's start putting one together here and see what we think. Let's see. I'm just peeling off, being very gentle because they are kind of fragile. Just gonna hang on to that. Oh, that'd be really cute. Yeah, let's just go for that. Let's go for that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stick that to the back of my hand. This is adhesive on the back, so that's nice. And all of these are stickers, so let's get going here. If I can get this peeled off in a relatively short amount of time. I see it. Kind of like these cut in half. It adds another dimension, I think. Her all the way to the top. Just do this one a little bit down there. Let's get the label. I don't know, I kind of like the label down there rather than on the top of her. Yeah, that's cute. Let's stick that label down first. There, that's cute. I like that. Butterfly first, and then that, or this. Maybe I like the lighter color better. Let me get that. Yeah, I like the lighter color better. I think the lighter color will look better with this butterfly. And see, you can see the label, so you can either glue some words on it, you can write on it, you can do whatever you want to do. Let's put the butterfly down first. not super sticky adhesive there. Let's just put a little bit of favorite glue there. Just a tiny bit here and there. That'll work. That was a bit much. There. These are very layered, but they're not so thick that if I put one in the recipe book, it's not going to take up a whole lot of space. There we go. Now that is really cute, and it's kind of flat, but it does have a lot of dimension, a lot of shapes, and there's still room on the label there. And there's still a little blank spot too if you want to add something else to it. Still room if you want to take the pinking shears and chop that off. Yeah, that's really cute. I like that one. Let me put that one up here so we can all admire that one. And you don't have to take up the whole space because these are going to be just put in. These are just to put in any of my journals. There, that is so cute. Love it, love it. Okay, that's stuck down. This is right here. Let's see, what do we want? What do we want? I would really like to put a kitty cat on one of them. What if we did that and that? Cute. Cute, cute. That's kind of cute. What other words do we have here? Oh, we have specimens. A beautiful day. Specimen name, specimen name. What if we put ticket behind Kitty's head? That's cute. It says Egyptian theater. I think I like that. I like that. That's cute. What about if we do that green is nice and bright. You can see the green there. I think that will just really finish that off and make that really cute. Stick that on my hand. What about, you never know, hold on, hang with me here. We put the kitty cat with butterfly wings. Maybe not. That's a no, let's not do that. The butterfly there. Let's see, how would this look if we did this? Just like that. I think that would be cute. Here we go. Yeah, but I don't like it. No. Let's not do that. I like the kitty cat. I like that. Do I have any more little bitty pieces of stuff? You can always go back and add other things. I think I'm going to tuck that right there. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so let's stick this down before the kitty cat. Get this right to the edge. Very nice. That looks good. Stick this on there first. Let's have a pencil. There'll be no glue. In that area. There we go. That looks good. To the back. Just like that. That looks great. And stick just a tiny bit, since that is cardstock also. There we go. That's cute. A little bit of glue on the kitty cat.